All right, I'm going to try to clock in, see if we can. We here? This is an attempt. That's right, collect the debt. Whatever you hypocrite, false pretend, backbite, mumble, and grumble against will be used in that collection of a debt. These messages are always being recorded for quality assurance to make sure no side deals get cut with nobody, but everybody got to come in, brother. Red! Straight, narrow path. Isn't that right? That's the only way you're going to get in. While I'm talking, give me the book of Matthew. Matthew. Seven, let's see, 10. I don't know what else I could teach y'all about Purym. Y'all done heard the whole book. Heard a man said I don't preach the whole Bible. Well, the whole book, I don't say Bible. What is Bible again? Bibulus. The time that we're observing is called Purym. For now, we got a lot of re-examining to do, reassessing. And it's observing our 12th month. Isn't that right? This is the last moon of our year. These people are already on the third month of their year. None of these people on the time that Elohim has established. Isn't that right? Okay. You look different. Matthew 7 and 10. Listen.
Or if he ask a fish, will he give him a serpent? If ye then, being evil, know how to give ta'ub gifts unto your children.
The words for children, if I'm correct. Well, this is how it's going to write in the Abarim, which is possibly pronounced Benny for children. In the Abarim, it's going to be Beth, Noon, and the Yard. That's the Noon, that's the Beth. The Nun, and the Yard. Listen.
How much more shall your Abba, which is in Shamayim, give ta'ub things to them that ask him?
Again, is good. The word for that they would say good, we would say ta'ub. Listen.
Therefore, all things whatsoever ye would that a noose should do to you, do you even so to them, for this is the law and the Nabah.
Listen.
Enter ye in at the straight dollar.
See that? That's what he told us to enter ye in at the straight dollar. Listen.
For wide is the dollar,
yeah,
and broad is the way
that doth what?
Leadeth to destruction.
And many
there be which go in thereat.
But what is it?
Because straight is the dollar,
yeah,
and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life,
and
few there be that find it.
Actually, he just told you that when you're talking about the lawless way, that's the wide way. When he told you about the narrow, he actually telling you about a restricted way. See, the way that we look to travel, we're doing is restricted. That's why people won't come this way. Y'all got me? When something's restricted, then people realize everybody don't have access. You can go to places, airport, or any government, it'll say restricted. Who can go through that door? Only authorized. It'll tell you authorized personnel only. There are people that's certified to go through. Well, we're looking to do the same thing. We're trying to go through a restricted gate. Then you need authorization. You need clearance. Y'all got me? And this is the thing. This is amazing because you'll get people out here in life that'll say anybody can get in. Everybody can be saved. Why everybody can't go through them restricted doors? That's it. Don't be stupid. It's restricted. Everybody can't go through those doors. Don't you be stupid. Everybody can't be saved. Everybody can't get in because it's restricted. Y'all hear me? Only authorized people can get in. See, everything that these people sit around and tell you that you can do and that he's giving you this some kind of stupid ability that anybody can do and anybody can go and everybody can possess is foolishness. Isn't that right? Because in natural life, it shows you everybody can't do a certain thing. Isn't that right? So how is it that people won't take it when he tell them? Why is it when this get to him, everybody want to come up with this new philosophy and come up with this foolishness and start thinking you can do whatever? Isn't that right? This psychosis come in and warp the mind. A lot of people what mess our people up is this educational system, these TV shows, and their natural stupidity. Let's just be honest with you. Isn't that right? Because when it come down to what he says, everybody want to try to ISO exo. What you need to ISO exo? You know what authorized is? They just locked the man up, yesterday, I think, today or yesterday, who just jumped over the gate to try to get in the White House. Only reason they locked him up, it was restricted. Everybody, you know what's amazing about why they locked him up and took him out there? Even he told you, if you climb up any other way, you're a thief and a robber. You know what they did? The Secret Service got me turn him to the police. They ain't going to get him and say, I don't know what the problem is. Anybody can get in. The God I serve said, come ye all. No, you can't come now. Isn't that right? You need permission. The same thing we're looking at when it comes down to us taking on salvation. Isn't that right? The purpose of you getting is so you can be authorized to get in. The gate is restricted. You got me? Now, I'll show what happens. You go ahead and you're going to restrict the gate anyway without clearance. At the book about a sheet. About a sheet, chapter 3. See about verse. I don't get me mod bar. See if I'm gonna make this word mod bar, which they call numbers. Why I don't know, because they were in the wilderness. Mod bar, see if that's 20. Y'all gonna work with me? I'm trying to read it down. Make it 25. Let's see, that's what I want. Let's see what happens. Okay, Barashit 3:17. I tell you what, 3. Make it 2:16 first, Barashit 2:16. Some kind of way all this will work out. Y'all believe it? You know what would be easier? If y'all would let me come up here with some note cards. This would be so much easier. Y'all can just let me pre-plan out. Listen, 2:16. Good.
And Elohim commanded the Ish, saying,
That's on. Elohim, matter of fact, before you get that, let's look at something else, Brandon, since we're here about a sheet. Well, y'all got to get it about a sheet 1:26. Goodness. We're going to bear this thing out. We're going to be like Barra White. Barra sheet. Barra sheet. 1:26. Some kind of way, maybe it'll play out. Some kind of way. Y'all think so? All right, pray. Listen.
And Elohim said, let us make Ish in our image.
Listen what he said. Now let us make Ish, which is the man, in our
image,
after
our likeness,
and let
them have dominion over the fish of the sea.
What else?
And over the fowl of the air.
Tell them what else.
And over the cattle.
Listen.
And over all the aruts.
And what happened?
And over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the aruts.
So what happened?
So Elohim created Ish in his own image.
What happened?
In the image of Elohim created he him.
Male.
And female.
Created he who?
Them.
What happened?
And Elohim barakah them.
See that?
And Elohim said unto them, be fruitful and multiply.
Well, that's it, boy. That's the first thing you want to do. A naked man and a afraid naked woman. Let's get it on. Put a Marvin Gaye in. Isn't that right? Y'all didn't know Marvin Gaye was out back then? Sugar. Don't worry about it. By the sheet chapter 2, verse 16. Y'all a hard crowd. By the sheet 2:16. Let's see what happened.
And Elohim commanded the
You already got it right? I'm just checking. You already got it? Now I check. Okay, I'm working as I'm going. I'm just see if he beat me now. I know I'm going to have to bust that check down. Because I'm still going. Let's see. 2 and 16. Listen.
And Elohim commanded the Ish,
Listen.
saying, of every tree of the garden thou mayest freely eat,
Listen.
but of the tree of the knowledge of Ta'ub and evil, thou shalt not eat of it.
Tell them what happened, son.
For in the yom that thou eatest thereof,
What happened?
thou shalt surely die.
Make no mistakes. You're good as dead. At chapter 3, by the sheet. 3, and matter of fact, make it 3 and 5. We're going to work that thing down. 3 and 5. Matter of fact, 3 and 1. Listen, I'm 3 and 1, I'm sorry. Listen.
Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field,
Tell them what happened.
which Elohim had bara.
Listen.
And he said unto the woman, Yea, hath Elohim said, Ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden?
So it said he had made, right? Which would have said he had bara. If you go into our ancient language, you're going to have the Beth, the Rosh, and the Aleph. Y'all got it? The Beth. Well, this is work right here already. The reason why I'm writing this, so everything can be verified. Y'all got me? Yes, it did change. Aleph. What changed is a lot of time, what people have been doing and what we're trying to watch now, since we're going to be going back through the language and we're putting things up. What I'm seeing to find is people doing creativity. I don't want no creativity because the word is bara. This is the ancient. You have a Beth. This is the ancient Beth. This is the ancient Rosh. This is the ancient Aleph. Now, if I do this, where did I get it from? This is the hat. This is the hay. Which means I would have to have this then. This is the ancient hay. Now, if it's not here in the ancient, where did I get it from? See, it's certain things you just kind of know, 4-corner room. You know, if I take down 4 fingers, you're going to get a rule. Y'all had to read into that one. Someone let it out. I know, stop it. Y'all got me? See, as we go back over this, the ministers and myself, a lot of correction be made. This is all I want to know now. I agree that the King James Version is definitely transliterated to death. I'm talking about to death. It's got so many, our language is just kind of flat. And because you got all these additives, you kind of read it and you get comfortable with it. Now when you come back to looking at how he said things, he didn't actually make a lot of statements people say. A lot of things he didn't say. A lot of names were changed, even by our own people. They're taking a lot of stuff on themselves. I'm being honest, I don't know how I'm going to read something. And I'm going to say, well, I don't like that. That's what I'm going to call them. I don't know how you done it. I don't know how they did it. It's scary to me because that's not what he said. I know we said, I'll get to that. I didn't forget, but we'll cover that as we go. Haman, you remember what I told him to call him? Did y'all actually think that was his name? These people are coming and they're writing, and they're just changing stuff that he never said. Because they're saying, well, since this is their name, and this is their already, this is what I'm going to call them. You can't do that. If it's inside the writings, that's what you got to do. We don't have the authority to come and change the writings. And these guys have started doing what they want to since it said bara. I hear the hay at the end. I don't care what you hear. I'm looking at what do you see. That's dangerous when I start hearing something different. Now, if you want to write bara with an H because you're going to do phonics spelling, make sure you let people know this is phonics. This is not how it actually is in the ancient. That's why I'm showing you. These are the only characters you're going to get for bara. You don't have a hay, so I don't know how you got it. Just be clear, we are phonically spelling it. Y'all hear me? By sound, not by the way it is in the ancient. We just want to be clear with our people. This is how these preachers gotten us off. This is how these women lose their bra. Huh? People don't know. That's how algebra got naked. You know what's the algebra they took her bra? Algebra. Y'all think about it? You like it? How many of y'all love Yahuwah? Give him a hand clap if you love it. 999,783 more. Palmers, please don't get no more demand. Y'all on y'all way to a Bobby Brown and a Whitney Houston. You know when you get that Whitney Houston, you got to smoke crack and cut your arm and die in the bathtub. Don't get no Whitney Houston now. So, well, let's erase that. But that's not actually there. See, what's going to be beautiful is that the people watching, you guys are going to get an opportunity soon to learn the ancient. That way, nobody going to make no fool out of you. When you go and look at it, you're going to see these characters. Now, either I'm lying or they lying. One of us going to be lying. Now, if you tell me, well, see, but you just know, I don't get how you just know. Because that's not even our law. At Yahusha 6:44, let's see what he said. Ooh, man, I'm feeling so good here somehow. Well, I mean, we don't want to freeze it. We'll do one at a time. They'll be hollering all this like they be up here working. Yahusha 6:44. Listen.
No ish can come to me.
Now, no ish can come to me.
Except the Abba, which have sent me, draw him.
And what's going to happen?
I will raise him up at the last yom.
Tell him what's written.
It is written in the Nabah.
Listen what happened. It's written in the Nabah. Tell them what happened.
And they shall be all taught of Elohim.
So now everybody supposed to be taught of Elohim. Who taught you to go put that H there? Because if we're going to be taught of Elohim, why would Elohim have somebody teach us something different than what he said? See, we got so much going that people are doing. I want us to be clear in this. Some mistakes have been made unintentionally by some of our people. Some people have intentionally just taken us the wrong way. And I think they should go to hell. Come on, if I intentionally going to take y'all the wrong way, intentionally, I should be able to get some kind of pass for that. When you can die, you can go to hell. Let me tell you something. There's a lot of things people can do to you. You can forgive them. You can make up for it. I can beat you out your money. You can get that back. Police can arrest me. I can go to jail. Court ought to be served. Make me pay restitution. Might be a small amount. You can get it back. There's a lot of things that you can get back in life. The only thing you can't get back is your soul when you lost it. That I don't forgive. Y'all hear me? A willing intent to mislead, to deceive the people of Elohim, that I don't forgive. Huh? Like the Godfather said, I put all my vengeance in my son when he died. I'm going to make the peace. But anything should happen to my son Michael. If he should be shot in the jail so to hang himself, or some unfortunate accident should befall him, that I do not forgive. I don't forgive this. Not if you willingly, intently set to deceive the people. I don't forgive that. I don't see it. What's the purpose? What would you want forgiveness for? You didn't even believe. You couldn't even believe if you sat here and intentionally mislead people. So that in itself is dangerous. Okay. Everybody different. But yet we saying no man can come unto me except the Abba which sent me draw him. So if I can't even get to him unless I'm getting information. Then it's written in the Bible that they all have to be taught of him. So this don't even like, who taught you? Did he teach you to do different than what he said? He couldn't taught you that. Yahweh Yahoo. Y'all, we about to be getting out of here soon. Also, give Rhonda demerit for saying we got out too early last night. Nobody getting by. Is it 23, 23? 23, 23. Let me see what I want. Yahweh Yahoo. They're going to call him Jeremiah. Listen.
Am I in Elohim at hand, saith Yahuwah,
Oh, what else?
and not in Elohim afar off?
Listen what happened.
Can any hide himself in secret places that I shall not see him?
When did he declare who he was? What declared this for him? I got a gentleman call me again, and I called him today by mistake. I try to check people's name, I call him back. And still don't believe that Yahuwah was Elohim. You just don't believe it. I don't know what to tell these people. In creation, he was the Father, Abba. In redemption, when he came together, he was the Son. He had to prepare a body for him. Y'all got me? Since sin came by man he had to come back and get restitution to get us back. Elohim is not a man. Elohim is Ruach. But he created a body, and he wrapped and put himself inside their body. That's how it redeemed us. I can prove everything I say now. I can prove that he was Elohim. Listen to his statement again. Listen.
Am I an Elohim at hand?
He said, am I an Elohim at hand? Mean close. Or?
Saith Yahuwah.
And not?
An Elohim afar off.
Tell him what happened.
Can any hide himself in secret places?
That who?
That I shall not see him.
Y'all heard who he said now. Ukanon 1. 129. You know what? Y'all think about this. I'm not anywhere near the best at this. What y'all think if the best came in taught us this? I'm not even the best at this. What would happen if the best came? Listen, 129. Ukanon. They call him John. They also call guy that pick up prostitute Johns. Listen.
The next day, Yahukanan seeth Yahusha coming
The next
unto
day
him,
he seen Yahuwah coming.
and saith,
You gonna let me get away with that for real?
the next day, Yahukanan seeth Yahusha coming unto him,
The next day he seen Yahuwah come.
and saith, Behold, the Lamb of Elohim
That doth what?
taketh away the sin of the Arats.
Who is this?
This is he of whom I said,
After who?
Me,
Cometh the what?
a Ish, which is preferred before me,
Why?
for he was before me.
Y'all pay attention. And what happened?
And I knew him not,
I didn't even know him. Listen.
but that he should be made manifest to Yahshua. Therefore am I
Let me tell you a
come.
question. How am I know somebody that was before me? I wasn't even here yet. So I didn't even know he was before me. I don't know. You think on it. Listen.
Therefore am I come immersed with Mem.
Listen.
And Yahukanan bear record, saying, I saw the Ruach descending from Shamayim like a dove,
Listen.
and it abode upon him.
And it stayed. Abode it stayed. Isn't that right? Listen.
And I knew him not, but he that sent me to immerse with Mem,
Did what?
the same said unto me, Upon whom thou shalt see the Ruach descending and remaining on him,
Listen what happened.
the same as he which immersed with the Ruach HaKodesh.
What verse you at?
34.
Jump down to verse 40. Listen.
One of the two which heard Yahukanan speak and followed him was Andrew, Shimon Cuff's Aki. He first findeth his own Aki Shimon, and saith unto him, We have found the Mashiach,
What happened?
which is the Mashiach.
Listen.
And he brought him to Yahusha, and when Yahusha beheld him, he said, Thou art Shimon, the ben of Yuna, thou shalt be called Cuff.
Kaf, which is one Aleph bet. Kaf, which is a rock, hollow hand. Kaf. That's how I pronounce. Kaf. Listen.
Which is, by interpretation, a stone.
See that? A rock. Listen.
The Yum following Yahusha would go forth into Galilee
What happened?
and findeth Philip, and saith unto him, Follow me.
Listen.
Now Philip was of Bethsaida, the city of Andrew and Cuff. Philip findeth Nathanael, and saith unto him,
What did he tell him?
We have found him of whom Mushah in the law and the Nabah did write,
Listen.
Yahusha of Nazareth, the ben of Yahusuf.
Listen.
And Nathanael said unto him,
Can what?
There any ta'ud thing come out of Nazareth?
Who done open that up for him? I did. Had an ignorant Hebrew Israelite teacher say you can't get nothing. Nothing good couldn't come out of nothing bad. He just asked a question. Can any good thing come out of Nazareth? EU told you to ask you the same thing. Say, can that which is good come out of something that was bad? He was already telling you what was going to come, but you didn't pay attention. Listen.
Philip saith unto him,
What did he say?
Come and see.
Come and see.
Yahusha saw Nathanael coming to him, and saith of him,
What did he say?
Behold, an Yasharal Ish indeed, in whom is no guile.
You hear that? A man of Yahusha that had no deceit. What happened?
Nathanael saith unto him,
What did he say?
Whence knowest thou me?
He want to know, how did you know me? What did he tell him?
Before that Philip called thee,
He said, before he even called you, what happened?
when thou wast under the fig tree,
When you was under the fig tree, what happened?
I saw thee.
What happened?
Nathanael answered and said unto him, Adoni, thou art the Ben of Elohim, thou art the Malach of Yasharal.
At the 23rd chapter again of the book of Yarum Yahu, 23:23. Listen.
Am I an Elohim at hand,
He
saith
said, am I
Yahuwah,
Elohim at hand, close, or
and not an Elohim afar off?
and not an Elohim afar off? Ask him what happened.
Can any hide himself in secret places
That what happened, Brandon?
that I shall not see him?
The book just talking about Elohim. It was talking about Yahuwah. So when I asked him, when he read it, I know y'all kept trying to correct him, but I know what I said. He said the next day he seen Yahusha. I say seen Yahuwah. Because the only thing Yahusha mean was Yahuwah's salvation. He told you for himself. The writer told you that he seen him. But when it went down, he just sat there and clearly told you. He told Nathanael, before he called you, I seen you when you was sitting under the fig tree. They want to know, how can you know me? I was hiding. But the law had already told him, can any hide himself in secret places that I should not see him? This was Yahuwah speaking. These people be killing time. They be killing time. Isn't that right? See, where the people mess up at, they mess up on a simple issue that caused them not to be able to see. At the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 3. 3 and 10. Let's say that's what I want. First Corinthians 3 and 10. Listen.
According to the grace of Elohim, which is given unto me as a wise master builder, I have laid the foundation, and another buildeth thereon.
Make it 2 Corinthians. Let's say 2 Corinthians 3. Listen.
For even that which was made glorious
Pay attention. Come on.
had no glory in this respect, by reason of the glory that excelleth.
The glory that went past it. What happened?
For if that which is done away was glorious,
What happened?
much more that which remaineth is glorious.
Listen.
Seeing then that we have such hope,
We gonna speak in an unknown tongue?
we use great plainness of speech.
We're using great plainness of speech. Not as who?
Musha
That did what?
put a veil over his panim,
So that what happened?
that the Beni of Yasharal could not steadfastly look to the end of that which is abolished.
That's what happened with the people. People missed it. Yahusha's flesh wasn't nothing but a veil. See, the only reason you knew about Musha putting a veil over his face because it was talking about him. That's why you didn't know who he was. 14 to 17. Yehukanan. Boy, if I did this for a living, I'd be dangerous. People don't believe, but I sell cars and houses and detergent. And if you bald head, I'll sell you some weed. $14 and 7. If you got too much hair, I'll snatch you bald headed. As the book, which is easy. Listen.
If ye had known me, ye should have known my Abba also.
What happened?
And from henceforth ye know him, and have seen him.
Listen.
Philip saith unto him,
Do what?
Adoni,
Yeah.
shew us the Abba, and it sufficeth us.
And we'll be good. What happened?
Yahusha saith unto him,
Yahusha said, what?
unto him,
I'm finna go get a picture.
have I been so long time with you?
And yet,
Hast thou not known me, Philip?
what that mean? Listen.
He that hath seen me
Had did what?
hath seen the Father.
That's why he was doing the works. At Euchanan 5. Euchanan 5:17. Dispel all these lies. They're elementary stuff. Why these people walk around? I ain't got time to be serving no 2-3 God. That's crazy. That's all Greek. We only have one Elohim. Greek give you all these different gods. And gods, we don't need that stuff. Y'all got me. Everything he did, like he said, for the invisible things of Elohim are clearly seen. They clearly seen. I don't know why the people got a problem. Let's see what happened. Listen. 5:17.
But Yahusha answered them, My Abba worketh hitherto, and I work.
What happened?
Therefore the Yahudim sought the more to kill him,
Tell him why, son.
because he not only had broken the Shabbat,
But did what?
said also that Elohim was his Abba,
Doing what?
making himself equal with Elohim.
Equal is equivalent to. Equivalent to. Same thing. I give you $1 bill or 4 quarters. Who got the most? Same thing. Same thing. The same exact thing. Just different forms on how it's shown. See, the problem is that these people, because they get caught up on forms. Isn't that right? And because they get caught up on forms and shape, they miss exactly what he does and how he operates and how he works. Y'all got me? That's the purpose of, like he's saying, that is written in the Bible, that they all had to be taught of it. How, you ain't just going to stumble over this and know this. You're going to have to be taught. Y'all got me? And that's the part that hurts us. You can tell these people not taught because of the way they operate. Y'all hear me? Just the lack of sensitivity, care for the people, willing to deceive the people, beat the people so they can get something out of them, whether it's sex or money or some type of favor versus doing as Shaul said, if I yet please men, I should not be the servant of Elohim. Y'all hear me? That's just being bottom line. Our people need information. They need the proper information dispensed to them so our people can get out of sin. People don't even know what's happening and what has happened. Y'all been through Purym how many times? How many this your first time, second time, third time, fourth time? I mean, congregation, y'all been through this all the time. What else I'm going to tell you about that you don't know? Huh? What else can I tell you don't know? You know everything, don't you? Kind of like, Shah, how am I going to speak wisdom to them that are already perfect? I say you don't know everything. That's why I'm here. I approve it. Nah, they like that, don't worry about it. Let's finish this up right quick by the sheep. I got him Barashit. Y'all thought I forgot. Barashit 3 and 1. Then I want 17. We'll read down and get verse 17. I want the book of Bamidbar, chapter 22 and about verse 25. We'll play this on out and get this going. Listen.
Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field, which Elohim had bara.
What happened?
And he said unto the woman, Yea, hath Elohim said, Ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden.
Yeah.
And the woman said unto the serpent,
Look what he said.
We may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden.
But what happened?
But of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden,
Tell him what happened, son.
Elohim hath said,
You think
Ye shall not eat
of
of it.
He talked to the ish. He told him he made the ish what he gave him. The ish would have gave it right back to his home. Shaul came along and gave you the same information. Isn't that right? At the 14th chapter of the book of 1 Corinthians. 1 Corinthians 14, verse 33. And we'll come on and finish that up. The same thing you got to have now. I don't know why these men don't want to do that, to put your foot down. Isn't that right? Carry yourself like a leader. Listen.
For Elohim is not the author of confusion,
But
of shalom, as in all the Beth-Als of the Amad believers.
listen.
Let your Nashim keep silence in the Beth-Al, for it is not permitted unto them to speak.
For what?
They are commanded to be under obedience.
As what?
Also saith the
I
law.
don't know how these women coming on there and they did New Testament free. Book just went right back to the law. So you commanded to obey your husband, just like the law said. Listen.
And if they will learn anything,
You just go to God in prayer.
let them ask their
I
husbands.
can call him when I need him. God the Father up in heaven. I can go to God in prayer. He will work it out. Work it out. Won't he work it out? Work you right back into hell. Man just said that she'll do what now?
And if they will learn anything,
What they supposed to do?
let them ask their husbands at home.
Right back to what he told them. It's going to declare it to them. He told him it's going to have to teach it to him. That's just bottom line. Ain't no woman can do this. Let me tell you something. You got some women out here know the whole language, all of it, can decipher the whole thing. You know how I won't never know it? Because she won't teach it me. I do just like Balaam. I'll smoke that ass. I desire there was a sword. I'll slay that ass. I ain't going to let you transgress with me. That don't even go along with the book. You're not going to teach me no book. We're not going to do that one. You got some natural stuff you want to teach me? Fine. You pick that Bible up. I'm finna smoke that ass. Huh? Are not I'm your own ass? Yeah, there was a sword. I'll cut your ass in two. Like, don't you pick that book up, teach me no book. I don't play that. I don't know how to fuck. No, we can't. That's transgression. We've been doing stuff so long, it be like, God can use anybody. That's the problem. God been used. All of him don't work like that. Why he just said he came along and said, and then she would learn. Why he didn't say she could ask another sister? Go to the pastor wife, because she be knowing too. She sleep right there where they kiss him. She'll have the word on her tongue. No, that foolish. That man, no, he done told you it's going to declare. That's crazy. That's crazy. People got all that foolishness going on, got people, that's not even book. You can't, if a woman want to testify, I let her testify, I let her sing. You're not finna ask me no question now. No, we're not finna do that. He just that contradict what he just said. No, we're not doing that. You're not finna teach. Well, the book say, get my sword, I'm finna cut this ass up. That's gonna be contrary. 1 Timothy, I know something on that education. If be on their face, mess them up. They be seeing something. I know you be seeing, gonna see yourself right in hell. 2:11. Man, this our soul, y'all. It come down our soul. They got to be right. You know, people, that's what I don't get. Why you carry around that book and you don't go along with nothing? I correct things that they wrongly interpreted. I'm not carrying the book around until I don't go along with it. I'm going through showing you the book is right. The writers had another intent on some end, and they changed some things, and we can verify that. But I ain't saying carry no book because I don't go along with it. That's crazy. Listen. 2:11.
Let the woman learn in silence with all subjection. But I suffer not a woman to teach.
I don't allow a woman to what?
Teach.
Nor.
To usurp authority over the ish.
To go and take authority over the man. Tell him why, son.
But to be in silence.
To be in silence. Tell him who.
For Adam was first formed.
They're going to go down when he said, let us make ish. We know who came. You know what? They came the same time. That's a lie. If it's first, I'm going to tell you about the first because something coming behind it. He said Adam was first formed, then Ka'ua, not Eve. So I go back and check that too. I go back behind these folks. These folks don't wrote so much wrong stuff. Ka'ua. It's some work. Y'all just don't know how much work it is. A lot of work. You got to go back through everything and check back behind people. Make sure if the record start to do just like art, I got to go and check my rippings. Huh? I got to check the rippings. Huh? 20 years. I ain't never known Archer to ever forget a no. Huh? So I got to go back and check my rippings. We got to make sure that thing line right. Our soul's on the line. And I'm watching every time it come up wrong, I want to know, so what were you doing? So what were you doing to read you giving out wrong information? What was your intent? Listen.
And Adam was not deceived.
See that? Adam was not deceived. Who was deceived, son?
But the woman, being deceived, was in the transgression.
See that? That's what I'm talking about. Now, you think I'm going to say him, and the man done told me I was him first and told me Adam was not deceived. The woman was deceived, which means that this man willingly transgressed. It was just this, anytime a woman up preaching, she's just deceived. The fact that the man sat there and followed him, he's just like Adam. You know it wrong. You don't sit there anyway. That's dangerous. Don't sit there anyway. Because you know they start looking at the money. Anytime you get a church or congregate with women preaching, you're going to get a whole lot of hollering, a whole lot of music going, a whole lot of touching and feeling. And and you'll get a whole lot of mess. They keep up a bunch of damn mess. I'm talking a bunch of women preachers, you got a bunch of damn mess. No, I'm just being honest because it's all out of order. The men going to be gay. The gay men follow the women preachers. You know what they look at? She can't hit him because he got her too. If he can't be gay, he want to know how she going to be a bishop or elder. So both of them look at each other and they both two liars. Ain't no position. He needs somebody that clean to come along and tell you. You can't tell these folks now you're in the same position. I'm up here smoking crack. It's some stuff I can't talk about. And they're going to lead to some other stuff. They're going to lead the people set uncovered. Isn't that right? I do like he said, cry loud, spare not. Lift up your voice like a roar and show my people their transgression. In the house of Yahusha, their sin. I can't do that if I'm sitting here fumbling around. I can't do this. A lot of stuff I got to let people get by with. A lot of stuff we got to leave alone, just pray about it. I ain't got to pray about it. You finna stop it now. That bottom line, you need somebody to stand on the people and tell the folks exactly what they need to do. And the problem of the day, our people insufficient, the leaders insufficient. Oh, they banging cripples now with them tassels. Got the long beard, look like damn Santa Claus. But it's some other stuff. It's just like just like Yahusha told them. They omit the weightier matters of the law. Huh? There's a lot of stuff they ought to do, these they ought to have done, and not to left the others undone. But they get around here because they banging crip with tassel and got a beard and sit here and hell walking around like they damn play on the Lion King and don't realize they done got out the way. They done got out the way. A lot of these folks turn quick out the path. That's it. That's their whole justification. Watch them. Throw a couple of little words out their mouth and folks go because you don't know what they saying anyway. Put it down, let us examine. Then this is what I asked all. Show me where you got it from. Now, what I'm putting up here, we on a projector. This costing us money. Projector. We're going to put the language up so you can verify. No more nobody telling you nothing. It's like the book said, no more every man teaching his neighbor talking about know Yahuwah. He said, all going to know me from the least to the greatest. Why the people can't see it? We got spies. That don't change true. Or might bigger than spies. Why we think our enemy greater than us and greater than who we serving? It ain't even worth serving it. He ain't even greater than your enemy. What you serving him for? Because they all a bunch of pack of damn liars. Pack of crackhead, weed, old drunks. Adulterers and fornicators. Oh, they love to go tell the folks, don't get no paperwork to get married. Once y'all have sex, you married. I'm trying to figure, because you didn't marry no virgin. How that going to work? How that going to work? How everybody getting these counts all of a sudden go along, they have sex, they married, and no paperwork, but yet they go along and marry these folks in their church that done had sex, and they married all of a sudden then. What about the sex they had before they got to you? I don't know how you can have a fornicator. Once you have sex like that, it's adultery. You can't ever be a fornicator. See, folks been lying to people a long time. They've been lying a long time. Because I just explain to me what a fornicator is. What is a fornicator? There's only one word going to cover everybody the first time you have sex. You're an adulterer. The first time you have sex, that's it. You married. That's the only two things you can be. You're either going to be what they're going to call a virgin, which is Beth Ula, or you're going to be married, or you're going to be an adulterer. Them are the only three things you can be. I don't know how you can be a fornicator. That stuff be so elementary. And the people go for it. They get them women trapped in their movement. Them women have sex with them, and they tell them, you know, we're married now. Then you need to tell them, say, well, I'm the woman at the well of hell. I done had 5 husbands. And you damn sure ain't mine. That's what she needs to tell him. So then you can go ahead and slap me, but I done told it to you. Isn't that right? They'll mess these people up. I mean, you know what? Most of them camp, they trap people in them camp. You're free to go whenever you want to. Don't ever be trapped nowhere. You want to be somewhere because that's where you want to be. Don't let nobody trap you into nothing. That's stupid. Common sense tell you something. Explain to me what a fornicator is. How can a woman be a whore? She got to be an adulterer. Let me get started. A whore is a woman go out and have sex with a bunch of men. A whore, an adulterer is a woman who married, go out and have sex with other men. Hell, I'm confused. Hell, I'm confused. Now, which one is it? Is she a whore? Is she an adulterer? Depending on how many times she do it. It's crazy. That's like some stuff people that got to start thinking. Some of the stuff these people have put on it, these people have made up their own laws. They got their own idea. Let's just stick with the script. Let's go. That's why people get burned out, because they can't. His laws are different than these laws these people keep giving. They got camp law. I don't want no damn camp laws. Hell, I want camp law around with Smokey the Bear. Only you. That's all I got, damn Smokey the Bear law. I ain't got time for that stuff. Give me what this mean. I didn't know his laws. Yes, sir, Yahoo. Two and two. These ministers and I got a lot of work to do. We got a lot of information y'all got to get. Well, it's a lot of work. A lot of work. So I'll be working from projector to board to laptop. Y'all think I can do it? I ain't never done it before. But I ain't got no doubt about it. They rolled their board out here, I put it on there, didn't it? Had never done it before. It's a new thing. Well, them camp, they asses better be shaking now. They remember going to get to see, it's been a lot of damn lying going on around here. A lot of people say it, though. A lot of people say it. Ain't that right? Listen.
And it shall come to pass.
Yes, Yahoo, they call it Isaiah. Yes, Yahoo, chapter 2, verse 2. Listen, and it shall come to pass.
In the last Yamim.
That what happened?
The mountain of Yahuwah's house.
Shall be where?
Established in the top of the mountains.
And shall be exalted.
Above the hills.
And all
nations
shall flow
unto it.
Many
people shall go and say,
come ye,
and let us go up to the mountain of Yahuwah, to the house of the Elohim of Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For out of
some of the time when you read in the writings, when you go back in the scripture, every time will not tell you Elohim. It will tell you Allah-E. You'll hear them say Elohi. They get it from us. A lot of times you'll hear the statement God of Yashrael, it'll actually telling you that it's Allah-He of Yashrael. Still the same thing, but they're not going to take time to do that. They're just going to tell you every time you see something, it's saying that. That's the thing about our writings. But if you don't do no damn work and you lay on your lazy ass, and you're going to tell lies and beat people, you ain't going to find this out. Every time he's not going to say Elohim, they'll say Allah-He. Just like they'll say Elohi. Y'all got it? Most of the time you'll find the statement God of Yashrael, it'll refer to Elohi. Allah-He. Y'all got it? That's what we're here for, ain't it? So we can get it right. Listen.
Out of Sion shall go forth the law,
and
the debar of Yahuwah from Jerusalem.
But if you look at why they were going up now, so he could teach us of his ways. Damn them camp laws. Damn them campfire rules. Isn't that right? They were going up so they can learn his ways. That's why I tell this stuff, because I get so angry at the fact that when you trap people in all these rules and the people miss the essentials of what they need. A lot of people know all the camp rules. They won't miss a camp rule. What about his laws? The only reason they were going up, they said, so he can teach us of his ways. We didn't know his ways. There are a lot of principal things you can learn with some of these movements. But this is what you white with all the principal things they're going to teach you. If the first idea is not salvation, damn them other rules. I'm just being honest. If it ain't about salvation, what's the point? I'm going to go and get all camped out. Got my canteen, tent, all this stuff I got. I ain't got nothing in my heart. I have no idea about the plan of salvation. I'm just shooting words all out my mouth and just going. Camped out banging crips, banging bloods. I'm just banging everything, including the sisters and the men. All it is banging. Ain't have nothing in your heart. How do we purify ourselves? Obeying Amat. This is our principal thing, making sure we get to the understanding. That's coming into your purifying under. You got to come understand. I don't believe in understand. That's your problem. How the hell you get over when you ain't been under? How did you get over when you ain't been under? When Yahusha testified concerning him exalting over, the man descended first. The book said that's the first thing he had to do. He had to get understanding. How in the world these people jump straight to over? Everybody keep trying to come up with this new command or saying, hey, man, if I got understanding. I have overstanding. That's your problem. Never got it. Won't get it. That's why they'll sit at home and do them little campfire. They don't want to come out nowhere. Nobody going to be able to tell them they got to follow no rules. Every time I've never seen one of them house groups ever work out in there. They stay in there and start telling them lies about them. Yeah, them buildings, they all sin. Their house ain't sin. Be in the refrigerator. Cigarette, crack cocaine in there. Part of Al Green records all up in there. The building be the sin, but their house ain't the sin. They set up their own rule, do their own stuff, write their own law, and go all the way straight to hell. They don't want to get nowhere they can get checked. They don't want to be nowhere they're going to be trying on getting checked to make sure it's right. I'm sitting here over for people. I'm like, I ain't doing nothing in no corner. I'm putting out, if somebody come and correct this, what they going to do for us? Help us do better. Now, that's what's going to have my correct them. They ain't going to take no correction. And they ain't going to do it. They're going to sit right there because they don't want to change. They don't want to do no better. They want to keep looking. And it's dangerous when you get going your own way and you get sessed in that way and you keep going. That's dangerous. You got to look at the people. But when you ain't got nobody. That's why he let them stay right where they at. That's why he don't give them nobody. It's just best you and your family go to hell. You and your two friends. He give me people. Huh? I do just like Musha said. The people come to me for judgment. Huh? They want to know this thing I do not good. I say, and the people say, I'm going to wear myself out. I tell them just like Musha said, but the people come to me for judgment. Huh? They know when they cut that thing on. They already know judgment coming. And I lay it to the line. Y'all hear me? People want to know. Tell me what's right. Nobody got time to be messing around. Tell me what's right. Information. Got to look at it. Go. I know. It's called nigger shit. People out here dying, you nigger shit. Put it out there. Like the man, put it out there so people can see it. Not time no nigger shit. Give me the book, man. My soul on the line. All right. Let's look at some things. Y'all cover everything. Oh, finish up over here in the third chapter. They're beautiful. 3 and 1. I'm going to forget. It might be 2 days. Now, one of the ministers is going to probably speak to y'all tomorrow. I can't tell y'all nothing. Y'all know everything. Put on your new glasses. Damn! No, I know that. Who did the other door? Don't worry about it. You like them? That's the only thing, man. You paid for them, right? They got that nigga. Somebody was not inside. No. I'm messing with it. All right. All right, listen. Y'all ought to change around. Listen.
And the serpent said unto the woman.
This is 3 and 1. By the sheet. And the serpent said unto the woman.
Continue to verse 4.
I'm sorry, verse 4.
And the serpent said unto the woman.
What did it say?
Ye shall not surely die.
But what happened?
For Elohim doth know that in the womb ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be opened. And ye shall be as Elohim.
See, now you can see how the woman was deceived. Because the law had already come along and spoken and told them not to eat of the tree. And the day they eat it, they were going to surely die. But this is how you see this. When you hear when Shaul said, but the woman being deceived, he told you what happened. He said the woman being deceived. That's how she was in transgression. That's why he looked at, he was going to cut off this, everybody with this home study and everybody just go around teaching. You ask us, so we get, well, I got a partner. My partner, he, come on, my dude. You know what I'm saying? A couple of get together, we be bouncing stuff off each other. If you ain't got no damn ball and you ain't no gym float, nobody got no business bouncing it off your ass. Only thing they be bouncing stuff on the floor. Ain't that right? If you not the floor, you ain't no, don't let nobody be bouncing off you. Y'all hear me? This your soul salvation. He's already shown us the error with this stuff. They're bouncing stuff off, shooting stuff around. We just be, everybody bring something. How many of y'all been to camp for bring something, everybody sound disgusted? Where that come from? Where you find that behavior? The only time you're going to find there was a council of it, you're going to find when the elders and them came together and they discussed the matter. You don't have nothing where everybody come to no meeting and sit down and bring that in here and talk about, let's discuss this. I'll slap it dead out your damn hands. You don't bring me up here and tell me I don't discuss that. I'm going to discuss what he put for me, going to give me for the people to be led by. Everybody just shooting something in a class. And you got 9 different subjects going on. And none of it been set by him. That's the problem he told. I hadn't set these folks. They ran. He said, I hadn't spoken to these people, yet they keep sitting around, they keep in the barn. He said, had they stood in my council and called the people to hear my words, my double ring, would have turned them. That's why they ain't turning. They cripping out now. They definitely doing the crip down. Crip walking down there. Nigga like a leprechaun. Now people sitting up here dying. That's what I get mad about. Everybody make a fool out of us. Come on, finish this up.
For Elohim doth know that in the womb that ye thereof, then your eyes shall be open, and ye shall be as Elohim,
listen,
knowing Taub and evil.
Yeah.
And when the woman saw that the tree was Taub for food, and that it was pleasant to the eyes, and a tree to be desired to make one wise, she took of the fruit thereof, and did eat, and gave also unto her husband with her, and he did eat. And the eyes of them both were open, and they knew that they were naked. And they sewed fig leaves together, and made themselves aprons. And they heard the voice of Elohim walking in the garden in the cool of the Yom. And Adam and his wife hid themselves from the presence of Elohim amongst the trees of the garden. And Elohim called unto Adam, and said unto him, Where art thou? And he said, I heard thy voice in the garden, and I was afraid, because I was naked, and I hid myself.
Listen.
And he said, Who told thee that thou was naked? Hast thou eaten of the tree whereof I commanded thee that thou shouldest not eat?
You said I told you and the woman not to do?
Whereof I commanded thee that thou shouldest not eat.
See that? The person he told not to eat of the tree was the first person that he made. That first person he made is who he came back to see first. He didn't go see the woman first. He went right back to him. And he let him know, so you did what I told you not to do. And listen what he said.
And the east said, The woman whom thou gavest to be with me.
She tricked me.
She gave me
and
of the tree.
what did I do?
And I did eat.
Nobody tricked him. He did it. Listen what happened.
And Elohim said unto the woman, What is this that thou hast done? And the woman said, The serpent beguiled me.
Wow. And what happened?
And I did eat.
So when Shaul made the statement, said we can't speculate. He ain't leaving. I ain't speculating when I said the woman deceived. We can go back and read what she told you out of her mouth. She said the serpent came and he was subtle and he tricked me. And I did eat. Adam never told you he would trick. He said she gave me and I ate it. Yeah, Ukanan. I'm sorry, Matayahu. Matayahu 27:30. Before you get me that, well, get me Yeshayahu. Yeah, they're going to be, I'm going to have to wind up doing that probably tomorrow too. Goodness. Somebody got a demerit, whoever just bust out back there. I know it from this side. Give them 2 demerit. Did I point the right direction? I was like, who I heard that laugh when I said I'd do it 2 days? Who was that? Tell them. You're going to lose a demerit. Point them out. Who was it? Let's say, give it 2 demerit. If you got in demerit, tell them to take 1 off of me. Then give you 2 more for being a snitch. That should put her back where she was, ain't it? Snitches get stitches and end up in ditches. 57:17. Let's see what happened on here first. Matayahu 27:30. Matayahu, hold on. Then give me Tahalim. Goodness, man. Y'all going to make me work today. Tahalim. See if that's 69, 20, 21. Let's see what I want. Listen. Listen. Matthew 27:30. Listen.
And they spit upon him, and took the reed, and smote him on the head. And after that they had mocked him, they took the robe off from him, and put his own raiment on him, and led him away to crucify him.
I could teach y'all a whole lot about that, but we'll keep going. He do so much stuff. It's amazing. Listen.
And as they came out, they found a Ish of Cyrene, Shimon by name. Him they compelled to bear his toot. And when they were come unto a place called Golgotha, that is to say, a place of a skull, they gave him vinegar to drink, mingled with gall. And when he had tasted thereof, he would not drink.
All right. Let's jump over to the book of Tahalim, 69. Probably 19. Let me see if I won't. See if it's 18. Read down. Don't give me Yeshayahu. Yeshayahu 57:17. Listen.
Draw nigh unto my soul, and redeem it. Deliver me because of mine enemies.
Now hear what they want me to do. Deliver me because of my enemies. Tahalim, they call it Psalms. Psalms. But it's actually the praises. Listen.
Thou hast known my reproach.
You hear what he said? He said, thou hast known my reproach. You already know how I've been disgraced. You know my disgrace. So what else happened?
And my shame.
And my shame.
And my dishonor.
And my dishonor.
Mine adversaries are all before thee.
See that? People didn't realize when the people came down. That was all those people that were his adversaries. He said, you see them. See, people don't realize sometimes the whole thing was a snare. He set them up. See, when something bad happened to you, you'd be surprised how many people run out to see you. He said, you know what? They all him. They don't know him, do they? Oh, should we do this? Might as well. Shafatim. See, I got to do all this. They're going to call it judges. My fact, get me Shafatim 14. See about 5. Y'all going to work with me today? Okay. Because y'all sure got that heat. Don't worry about it. I'll kick the jacket off here in just a second. I'm going to be fair. 14 and 5. And Shafatim. $16, 23. So I work this out right quick. Y'all heard this statement. Let's see what happened. Shafatim, 14 and 5. Listen.
Then went Shamshun down, and his Abba and his mother to Timnath, and came to the vineyards of Timnath, and behold, a young lion roared against him, and the Ruach of Yahuwah came mightily upon him, and he rent him as he would have rent a kid, and he had nothing in his hand, but he told not.
Who opened that up? I opened that thing up for him. He should be called a Nazarene. They ain't never seen in their life. Listen.
But he told not his Abba or his mother what he had done.
Listen.
And he went down and talked with the Nashim, and she pleased Shamshun well. And after a time he returned to take her, and he turned aside to see the carcass of the lion, and behold, there was a swarm of bees and honey in the carcass of the lion.
What would it have been called, y'all? Dabash. And you know what Dabash is? Honey. Listen.
And he took thereof in his hands, and went on eating, and came to his Abba and mother, and gave them, and they did eat. But he told not them that he had taken the honey out of the carcass of the lion.
Wow. When you look at honey, you're going to find a definition for honey. You're going to find more than one thing when you look for honey. Honey is actually going to come out to be actually what you're going to find made from bees or made from fruit. Honey can be made from fruit. So start moving fast. This was Shamshun got from the lion. Would it made sense that somebody went and put fruit inside of a lion, a dead lion's belly, and made honey? This was honey made from bees. What people have been trying to do, they've been trying to go and manipulate when they find and do, and they'll keep going, and they just do stuff. But this is what I do. Besides sell car detergent, weaving oil, and houses, I do this part-time. Now imagine if I was full-time. It's dabash. Yellow, sticky substance that's made from fruit or bees. Guess what was over this lion belly? Bees, not people. These were bees. And he ate honey made from bees, and he gave it to his family. But you do pay attention. He didn't tell them where he got it from. Which means they probably wouldn't have ate it. More than one reason why now. First of all, you got out of something that was dead. Y'all just take your time and follow. Since I hit that, I guess I'll talk on something else. Matayahu. Let me just get this right quick. Listen, I need to clean up all my other stuff up here. Matayahu. Three and 1. Listen.
In those Yamim came Yochanan the
Turn
Immerser.
it down just a little bit. In those Yamim, in those days, came Yochanan the Immerser. They call baptized. Immerse, same thing. I think for the Greek, it's baptizo, baptismal, same thing. It means to dip, dunk down. People say immerse. The Greek, you don't find, it's going to be like baptizo, dip, drop down. The Catholic people ain't never obeyed. Even the Greek even tell you you're going to dunk it, dip it down in water. They're going to say immerse because they're going to say immerse meaning, their Greek word mean the same thing. It was under Greek rule. Listen.
Preaching in the wilderness of Yehuda.
And what happened?
And saying, Repent ye, for the kingdom of Shamayim is at hand.
What happened?
For this is he that was spoken of by the Nabah Yashayahu,
Listen.
saying, The voice of one crying in the wilderness, Prepare ye the way of the Adani,
Yeah.
make its path straight. And the same Yochanan had his raiment of camel's hair,
Had his raiment of camel's hair.
and a leathern girdle about his loins.
And what happened?
And his meat was locust and wild honey.
What word we going to use? The bosh. Another problem you got. Everybody going to keep running Hebrew straight over when you're dealing with Greek writing. Mainly, the word for honey. The word they actually were going to use. Who know what it was? It's called Hawaii. The Greeks were going to actually call it Hawaii. I refer you over to Menley, which is going to refer you over to another substance that's sap from trees, maple. But our problem becomes, see, people ain't been doing it. This is the thing about it, though. I don't know how these people get away with this. I couldn't imagine if I was studying this stuff getting it wrong. I couldn't imagine if I was deep studying this and getting it wrong. Now, how did you take the bosh and you made the bosh mentally maple and you stuck it over here and you took the bosh and ran it through the whole book? See what the problem becomes? You made this. The bosh is not maple. So now you're saying they ate maple through the whole book. And you didn't tell the truth. Because he ate maple, why wouldn't he tell his parents? Why would bees be over here putting maple inside of a honey, inside of a lion's carcass? You know they had to eat honey. Because it made no statement to tell you that it's sweeter than a honey on a honeycomb. How would you understand if you never ate honey? How would you know it's sweeter? Don't even make common sense. I'm going to give you some meat. They're better than pork. How do you know if you never ate pork? This is all assumption. How would I make a statement that's sweeter than a honey on a honeycomb? You make maple on a comb? Bees do. Imagine if I studied this. Imagine if I didn't have all these other jobs. I'd do like these people work 3 hours a day. Stay alive for 21 more. Imagine what I could get done, many ministers. See, the problem becomes what everybody else started to do. When they learn a word, they just run it through the book. Then you start crisscrossing something, saying what people couldn't have done. I can't say what they couldn't have done when they told me what he did. Now, I could be wrong if what you're reading is wrong. But the script told me the same thing. He ate dabash. You see where it make a difference when you got a teacher? But when you sit in these little camps and people start picking up one word and just run on through the book. Versus, that's why I pay attention. Just like I told you, every time he did not say no Allahim. You can say that, just don't say the script said it. See the difference? That's why it's so important as we're doing this, we're going to transition over from this language, from this corrupt language, and move into our book. And when you do move into our book, you're going to see a lot of stuff is just not there. You're going to see what a lot of people have played. And the part that's really scary is the fact that all these people have taken stuff and just created their own stuff. That's the scary part. Just stay with what he said. Surely if anybody knew it needed any additives, he would have put it there. Who would know better than him what it needs? Who am I to go and correct him? But that's what we got a whole lot of. They feel like they're helping him. And the whole time, you know what they've been doing? They've been scattering abroad. Scattering abroad. Because they don't want to take no time to try to look. Everybody want to do their own thing. Everybody want to create their own way. It ain't about creating our own way. It's about let's go and look at what he said. Come on back to that 14. Say I ain't even want this. Sure like then, because I was talking about something else. Hey, I got to try to go back and get my stuff. Now y'all done run me into 2 days on how to do that. Is that fair? I agree. Listen.
So his Abba went down unto the Nashim.
Shafatim, he's still at Shafatim. Chapter 14. Let's see what happens. 14 and what, 6?
10.
At 10, let them get it. Shafatim, they call it judges. It's actually Shafatim. That is our word. It means actually vindicator. Isn't that right? Well, they'll say judge and a vindicator because a judge can vindicate you or condemn you. Listen.
So his Abba went down unto the Nashim, and Shamshun made there a feast, for so used the young Anus to do.
Listen, that's amazing. What you got? 26 and 2, Matayahu. Let me show you something else. Twenty-six. Let's see 26:1. I'll jump. Listen.
And it came to pass, when Yahusha had finished all these sayings,
what happened?
He said unto his Mathesis.
Pay attention. He said to his Mathesis. Listen.
Ye know that after 2 Yamim,
what happened?
Is the Muadi of Pesach.
Listen.
And the Ben of Ish is betrayed to be crucified.
The Muhadi. I had to go back. I can put it for your name. Muhadi. Somebody, like I said, they'll put Muhadim. They'll spell it M-U-A-D. Some of my D-Y-M. Muhadim. But I don't find the mem. I don't know how you did it. Someone will spell it this way. I find the mem, I got the u, I got the olive, I got the dollar, and I got the yard. I don't have the mem. I don't know how they got it. I don't know how you got it. That's all I need to know. If it's not in the script, I need to know where did you find it at. When we go back over, you guys will see it. You'll find it for yourself. It's just not there. And I can't put something that's not there. Y'all got me? I'm phonetically spelling this, but the word is muhadi. Y'all got me? Now they'll put muhadin for plural for the days. I don't have the M. And if I can find it somewhere else in the writing, a lot of times what happens when people have found the word one time written, they'll just continually use it out, and it's actually not. You see what I'm saying? Oh, there's a lot of that. A lot of that. A lot of that going on. Isn't that right? A lot of people say it, though. A lot of people say it. Listen.
Then assembled together the chief Kohan and the scribes and the elders of the people unto the palace of the high Kohan, who was called Caiaphas, and consulted that they might take Yahusha by subtlety and kill him. But they said, not on the Muhadiyum, lest there be an uproar among the people. Now when Yahusha was in Bethany, in the house of Simon the leper,
jump down and give me about what verse you at?
I'm at verse 6.
Give me 11. Let me see what I want. Listen.
For ye have the poor always with you, but me ye have not always.
What happened?
For in that she hath poured this ointment on my body,
what happened?
She did it for my burial.
Yeah.
Verily I say unto you, wheresoever this dabar shall be preached in the whole Arats,
yes,
there shall also this, that this woman hath done, be told for a memorial of her.
Yes.
Then one of the 12, called Yehuda Iscariot, went unto the chief Kohan, and said unto them, what will ye give me? And I will deliver him unto you.
Yeah.
And they covenanted with him for 30 pieces of silver. And from that time he sought opportunity to betray him.
Yes.
Now the first Yom of the Muhadi of Matsut, the Mathetus came to Yahusha, saying unto him,
what happened?
Where would thou that we prepare for thee to eat Pesach?
And what did he tell him?
And he said, Go into the city to such an Ish, and say unto him, The Adani saith, My time is at hand.
Yeah.
I will keep the Pesach at thy house with my Mathetus.
Yeah.
And the Mathetus did as Yahusha had appointed them, and they made ready the Pesach.
All right. Back over to the 14th chapter of the book of Shaphatim. Where we left off at? 14:7?
11.
11. Let's see what he said. Shaphatim 14:11. Listen.
And it came to pass, when they saw him, that they brought 30 companions to be with him.
Back me up. Give me verse 10. Listen.
So his Abba went down unto the Nashim, and Shamshun made there a Muhadi.
That's what he did. He made a feast. Listen what happened.
For so used the young Anus to do.
Y'all missed that, huh? That's the same thing Yahusha just did. He made a feast too, but he used them to go make it. I forgot to tell y'all, he should be called a Nazarene. I knew they wouldn't pay attention. That's why he didn't do it. He was trying to show you, I'm a Nazarene. Y'all go and do it. I'm making a feast, so use he the young men to do it. He the Ancient of Days. How you going to be older than him? You can have told you that I was before him, but he actually was before me. Huh? He said, because he was before me. Well, that made me a young man. Y'all all right? He covers himself every time, no matter what your age is. All right. Come on, son. Finish reading.
And it came to pass, when they saw him, that they brought 30 companions to be with him.
Back me up at verse 3. 14:3. Let me say. Listen.
Then his Abba and his mother said unto him,
what did they say?
Is there never a Nashim among the daughters of thy Aki, or among all my people?
For the word daughters. I'll tell you. Banuth. For daughters. Daughters. Singular. Bath. If you got a daughter, you tell her to take a bath. She know who need to go wash. Listen. Well, that's a lot of writing. Listen.
Or among all my people, that thou goest to take a Nashim of the uncircumcised Philistines. And Shamshun said unto his Abba, Get her for me for she pleaseth me well.
What happened?
But his Abba and his mother
This is what y'all need to know about him. His Abba and his mother. What did they didn't know, son?
knew not that it was of Yahuwah.
See, it was of Yahuwah. Then what happened?
He sought an occasion against the Philistines.
That's all I need y'all to know. At the 16th chapter of the book of Shaphatim, other one got me 57 and 17 of the book of Yeshayahu. I remember my work. Shaphatim 16 and 23. Other brother got me 57, 17. Listen.
Then the Adani of the Philistines gathered them together for to offer a great sacrifice unto Dagon their god.
See that? They got them to gather themselves together, make a great sacrifice to Dagon their god. I'll go back and I'll teach y'all something about that too. How many of y'all think y'all know it? I know you didn't know it, because I ain't told it to you yet. But I'm going to prove it out though. Listen.
And to rejoice, for they said, our God have delivered Shamshun, our enemy, into our hand.
And what happened?
When the people saw him, they praised their God, for they said, our God have delivered into our hands our enemy, and the destroyer of our country, which slew many of us.
What happened?
And it came to pass, when their hearts were merry, that they said, call for Shamshun, that he may make us sport. And they called for Shamshun out of the prison Beth, and he made them sport, and they set him.
Prison wouldn't make sense to prison Beth. Beth would be good to cover it, because Beth is going to cover dungeon, prison, house, or land. Come on.
And he made them sport, and they set him between the pillars.
Same thing we do now. You go and you play sport. You don't realize the Greeks play you all the time. Olympics mean performing for Zeus. An Olympian is someone that performs for Zeus. It's for the gods. That's why they put you out in front of the people. Whenever you're in the Olympics, you're performing for Zeus. That's what an Olympian does. It's about Zeus. They're making sport. That's how they create all this stuff. They hadn't realized they never broke away from doing the same stuff that these people been doing up for years. They put you right back out here and you perform for their God. Listen.
And Shamshun said unto the lad that held him by the hand, suffer me that I may feel the pillars whereupon the Beth standeth, that I may lean upon them.
Listen.
Now the Beth was full of Anus and Nashim, and all the Adani of the Philistines were there. And there were upon the roof about 3,000 Anus and Nashim that beheld while Shamshun made sport.
Listen.
And Shamshun called unto Yahuwah and said, O Yahuwah Elohim, remember me, I pray thee, and strengthen me, I pray thee, only this once, O Elohim, that I may be at once avenged of the Philistines for my 2 eyes.
You want to be avenged for his 2 eyes. Listen.
And Shamshun took hold of the 2 middle pillars upon which the Beth stood, and on which it was borne up, of the one with his right hand, and of the other with his left. And Shamshun said, let me die with the Philistines. And he bowed himself with all his might, and the Beth fell upon the Adani, and upon all the people that were therein. So the dead which he slew at his death were more than they which he slew in his life. Then his Aki and all the Beth of his Abba came down, and took him, and brought him up, and buried him between Zorah and Eshtaol in the burying place of Manoah his Abba, and he judged Yasharal 20 years.
Okay. Let's jump back on here to Tahalim 69:18. Get to a conclusion of this for you. 69 and 18. Listen.
Draw nigh unto my soul, and redeem it. Deliver me because of mine enemies. Thou hast known my reproach, and my shame, and my dishonor.
Yeah.
Mine adversaries are all before thee.
What you think he did when he got him there? See, the whole time, everything that was going on with him, when he sat him down here, he sought an occasion against some people. Whole purpose of him coming and drawing to us, he sought an occasion against them. That's why he used them. See, a lot of stuff these people don't pay attention. Like all these camps walking around with their long hair. I already know they don't know what they're doing. Because had they paid attention, when they cut Shamshun's hair off, they realized that's where his strength was. Would it have made sense to let his hair grow back that long? The book said they didn't even pay attention to his hair had started growing back. Didn't say it went back to the same length. But when you're a smart ass, you just keep going anyway. Now, if your strength is in your hair and your hair is long, why would I let your hair get back to that length? He had enough time to stay in prison blind for his hair to grow back to the same length it was. From the time he was born to the time they took him, a razor had never came on his head. How long was his hair? Probably right here to his ear. They just cut his hair off, and they said they wished not that the man's hair started growing back, which means it didn't get back to the same length. But they all do what they want to do. They hear what they want to hear. Be different now. The book said his hair grew back to the same length. I can't fight it. But that ain't what you heard, huh? Everybody's smart. They're smart enough to be dumb. I get me here. I don't grow me some. Go ahead on. That's why they crack. Why y'all think they cracking on just passed the law of the Supreme Court to cut your dread? Because your stupid ass just put light on us. Why the Supreme Court got time to sit down and rule out cutting dreads? Because your ass so stupid you done brought light to us. Had you just done and paid attention, they never would have known. Everybody smart. Supreme Court got all these rulings they got to make. They're trying to overturn Roe versus Wade. But they got time to sound a rule saying dreadlocks got to be cut. Your employer want to cut off, you got to cut them. Huh? Can't overturn. The highest court in the land just took all this time on no dreadlocks if your employer don't want them. Cut them. Get rid of them. Not weave now. Dreadlocks. Wonder what brought that on. Guess what did it? Right there. Sand brought it on. Y'all know who sand is? Who? Right. Stupid ass niggas. That's our problem right there. They think they smart. Stupid ass niggas done messed us up. Because they all think they're so smart. They don't want to be taught. Everybody want to run and do their own things. I'm like Shamshun. These crackers done heard you too. Huh? And it's just like Musha said, surely this thing is known. That's the same thing why he fled. He said, surely this thing is known. Once they get back to Pharaoh, what you think he's going to put a rule out to do? When they found out about the coming, they saw that the star was there. They recognized the time of the coming. Yahusha, they sent a decree to kill all the kids. These folks have always watched us because they know you're looking for signs. So they know if anything, don't look for signs, look for you. You learn they learn to do what hyenas do. Hyenas kill, but one of their biggest strategies is taking from other people killed. They watch for signs. You know what sign they look for? They have a long range of smell, but most of that, they do the very thing he told us. Where you see the buzzer sat, there the carcass is gathered. Any animal that kills out there already know when them buzzers come, your time limited. Hyenas coming. They do the same thing you do. They track from the sky. All you got to do is keep looking. You see buzzer guy, right over there's a kill. And they come into it. All these people been doing, they lazy, they sorry, they good for nothing. All they've been doing is tracking us. Whole time. All they've been doing is tracking us the whole time. That's how they've been able to destroy us and keep us from getting the knowledge we need to get. Come on, let's look at Tahalim. We still got Tahalim. Listen. The other one got me Yeshayahu 57 and 16, 57, 17. Listen.
Reproach hath broken my heart.
He said, reproach hath broken my heart. Disgrace done broken my heart. What else happened?
And I am full of heaviness.
And I'm full of heaviness.
And I looked for some to take pity.
And what happened?
But there was none.
He said, I couldn't find none to take pity on me. What else happened, son?
And for comforters.
And for comforter?
But I found none.
He couldn't find nobody to comfort him. What else happened, Brandon?
They gave me also gall for my meat.
What did they give you?
Gall for my meat.
He said they gave me poison for my food. They gave me poison for my food. 57. Yeshayahu 57, 17. Hold on, you can jump back over to that 27th chapter of the book of Matthew, 27:30. Listen.
For the iniquity of his covetousness was I wroth,
He said, that's why I was angry. What else happened?
and smote him. I hid me, and was wroth, and he went on forwardly in the way of his heart.
See that? This is the same thing that Adam did. He said, for the covenants of his iniquity, Yahuwah said, that's why I was angry. Not only that, he said, I smote him. That's why they struck him with the palm of their hand. That's why they stuck him on. They hit him over the head with the reed with the stick. That was for Yahuwah. He had already told us that. In the 10th chapter of the book of Yeshayahu, at verse 5, he said, the rod in his Syrian hand, that's my indignation. So Yahuwah already know why he was getting struck. He said, because of his covetousness. He said, and I hid myself. He said, and I struck him. What happened?
I hid me, and was wroth, and he went on forwardly in the way of his heart.
What happened?
I have seen his ways, and will heal him.
The reason why he told you he went on forward with his ways, because this is the same parallel telling you who he was. He was the second Adam. This is the second time he watched a man get pulled away for his wife. He had already told you in the 69th chapter that they gave me poison for my food. Yahusha just went around to confirm for you that he ate it anyway, huh? How you going to be the second one if you ain't like the first one? I'm the second Michael Jordan. I ain't never damn hit a basket. And I can't dribble. Does that make sense? They're going to call me the second because I mimicked the first. He was the second Adam. So when they came, he tasted it. He knew it was poison. He wouldn't drink it after that. See, people don't even know what they're doing. They just reading stuff. They're going through. They don't even know what they're doing. It's the greatest love story ever been read. Huh? They had a plot that came to heal you. The first Adam didn't give us no healing. The second one did. He said, I seen him, and I'm going to heal his ways. I seen what he's going to do. I'm going to heal him. Adam was sick to die, not to live again. This man was sick to die, to take on life forever. He did his out of obedience. Adam did his out of disobedience. Y'all got me? See, it's important for you to sit back and watch and actually know what you're looking at. Pick me up at that Matthew. Let's walk back through it again, 27:30. Now I'll finish up my battle sheet and I'll get ready to let y'all go. 2 days. That's when I thought I would say to go back in the water. Listen.
And they spit upon him and took the reed.
Matthew 27:30. And they spit upon him and took the what?
Took the reed.
And did what?
And smote him on the head.
Pick him up so they'll know I ain't just run my mouth. Yahoo 10. 10 and 5. You don't finish that up. It's about 10 and 5. Yahoo. Let's see what he said. Listen.
O Assyrian,
the
rod of mine anger.
Look at that. The rod of my anger is what?
And the staff in their hand.
And the staff in their hand
is mine indignation.
All I do is just make the book prove it. I don't want to use my mouth. He just said, for his iniquity I was wroth, and I hid myself, and I smote him. So he already knew when those soldiers were hitting him where they came from. You know what your problem is, and which show that you hadn't been taught or you ignore? You don't know when you're getting afflicted. That's him. He already knew who was hitting him. He already knew why he was getting struck. See the difference? When stuff happened to you, you have no idea why stuff happened. Versus he knew why. Come on back over here, son. Let's finish that 27:30. Matthew 27:30. Listen.
And they spit upon him.
And they spit upon him.
And took the reed.
And took the reed.
And smote him on the head.
So the soldiers did that? That was Yahusha. That was Yahuwah. Because he was angry. Listen.
And after that, they had mocked him. They took the robe off from him and put his own raiment on him.
Listen.
And led him away to crucify him.
Listen.
And as they came out, they found an Ish of Cyrene, Simon by name, him they compelled to bear his tooth.
Listen.
And when they were gone unto a place called Golgotha, that is to say, a place of a skull.
And that was law even when they helped him. If you seen your neighbor, even the one you hated, he said, if you seen his ass, his eyes go straight, you supposed to help him. People didn't realize, as devious as they were, they had enough sense to know what the law told them. You still, even he was the one you hated, you were supposed to help him. Your law taught, the whole reason you looked and wondered, why would my law tell me to help somebody I hate? Because he said, written in your law, you hate me without a cause. So he used the same law he used to come in and get you convicted, the same law he going to use to come in and going to vindicate you. Because he already know you're stupid. I know you're going to mess up. Just like when he saw him, he's already know him. He was talking concerning Yahusha, the people, who was a similitude and a shadow of the actual figure, which was him coming. That's why he had to do it, because he had to come mimicking you. Because by sin is how you fail. By sin, he was going to bring a man that's going to come in and get you away from sin. Y'all got me? So that he let us know all he did. That's why it's so important we need to know him. Listen.
They gave him vinegar to drink, mingled with gall.
And he just told you it was poison. And tell him what happened.
And when he had tasted thereof.
And when he said, I can't drink this.
And when he had tasted thereof.
Tell him what happened.
He would not drink.
He had to drink it because he told Adam the day you drink it, eat of this, you were going to surely die. Well, guess what happened that day? Who know what happened? So did Adam die that day? No. So I wasn't talking to you anyway. That's what happened. Everybody think they're smart. He wasn't talking to him about him. When did he die? That same day. He told him the day you eat of it, you're going to surely die. Didn't he die? These people don't know what they're doing, do they? There's a lot of unskilled people out here. Adam did not physically die that day, which means I wasn't talking to you. 539 right quick, son. All I do is show the book. Let me clear this up so I make sure I'm right now. Now, let me clear now. I could be wrong if these passages ain't right. Yeah, Ukanon. $5.39. I couldn't imagine nobody watching me anyway going different than what I do. That'd be transgression. They sin. If I'm wrong, they watch me, they sin. If I'm right and they going and they ain't doing it, it's still sin. Ain't that right? It's still sin. That's dangerous. I won't watch nothing I don't go along with. Quit out for the straight guy. You'll never see me watching. Man, I don't go along with them sissies. Gonna mess up now. You gonna mess up. I don't watch it. I won't watch sometimes. I watch it a few times. I know how you were looking too. Damn quill tell me how to put on that. What a sissy gonna put me on? Don't give me some pen. I'm about to turn around, look at the front. Then look at whole booty hole cut out back here. I'm trying to turn, stay like this. I'm still folks trying to do target practice on my ass. No. Ain't no sissy man around you don't get hit. That's crazy. I go, woman, why you don't let a bulldog dress you? No, she gonna cut the sides off on your hair. Get you snatched up and raped out here. Listen.
Search the scriptures.
But what happened?
In them
you think
ye have eternal life.
Hey, a whole lot of these folks think they saved. But listen what he just said, though.
And they are they.
And he said, but they are they that do what?
Testify of me.
I can't find but one man when he ate it, he died that day. Everybody keep trying to figure out what day Adam died. I don't know why. A lot of time been wasted out here. A lot of unskilled people. I'm finding one man that ate of the tree and the man died that day. That's bad. But you know the difference what he told him? I seen him and I'm going to heal him. That's why he got him up. Well, that's bad. Come on, finish reading that Yahoo. Listen.
And they crucified him.
And listen what happened. And they crucified him.
And parted his garments, casting lots.
What happened?
That it might be fulfilled, which was spoken by the Nabbah. They parted my garments among them.
And what happened?
And upon my vesture did they cast lots.
Listen.
And sitting down, they watched him there.
And what happened about that y'all just heard? Huh? Hey, they made sport of Samson. when he told you about his garment and how they sat around, they cast lots for it. The reason why you need to know that, remember, because that's how they divided us up. These were the soldiers. They sat down and they cut out exactly who was getting what. That's how they parted us up as a people. They took his raiment. That's why he said they parted it. Then they cast lots. They voted, they put out an election, and they gambled on who was going to get the larger part. His coat, the whole coat. They said, let us not rent it. Let's keep that as one part. They think this stuff about clothes. This was about the people. This was not about clothes. It was about the people. See that? Oh, good. Let me see right quick. Aleph Malakim. They're going to call it First King. Aleph Malakim. See if it's 10, I don't know, drop by 5. See what I want. See, this is different. People be saying stuff, Lord giving me. Let me see it. I don't want to be going out repeating that nobody done said. Let's see what happens. 10 about 5. How to read down. Listen. Malachi 10 and 5. Listen.
And the meat of his table, and the sitting of his servants, and the attendance of his ministers, and their apparel, and his cupbearers.
No. 11. 11 drop down. 11, I want about 16. 11, 16. But I'll tell you about that too now. I'll show you about a black man ain't nothing but a stud. Man was a stud muffin. What was she called? Y'all got that? Malka is our word, not queen. Malka. Malkah. Malka. You have Malak for the king. You have Malka for what they would say the queen. And that's not going to be used everywhere. You'll cover that too. Y'all got it? And he gave her a heart's desire. What a woman. She done drove all the way over there from the further side of the south. She just came to look. Come on in here, girl. You know you want something. Yeah. You ain't drove all the way from no further side, no south, just come looking. Yeah, right. That ain't all you done heard now. You done came and talking about happy is your women servant. Happy. Come on in here, girl. 1,001 now. Had 700 wives, 300 concubines. Now I got 1,001. Y'all stop it now. Don't go and say I'm being funny. Don't go out there saying I taught that. Now there was no doubt. It's out there. You know what I'm gonna do? Reel that thing back in here. Get that thing back in the boat. No, do like Moses do. We went deep sea fishing. Had Moses out there. We sounded bad. What you doing? Shh. Like, he said, what I'm doing, I'm fishing for them hammerhead sharks. We up on the bank like hammerhead shark. We looking at them. He said, you got to put a balloon and let your line go out for a mile. He said, when the balloon go in the water, then you got a shark. He's like, a mile? You got that much reel on there? Moses throwing from about here where Austin at. He's like, that ain't no mile. Hey, man, reel that thing in, man. We got to go. Listen.
For 6 moons did Joab remain there with all Yasharal until he had cut off every male in Edom.
Listen.
That Hadad fled, he and certain Edomites of his Abba's servants with him to go into Mizraim, Hadad being yet a little child.
Come on.
And they arose out of Midian and came to Paran, and they took a noose with them out of Paran, and they came to Mizraim unto Pharaoh, king of Mizraim. Which
drop down, what verse I want? 21, but drop down 26. About 11 and 26. I just want to show y'all something. So I want y'all to be saying, just be spewing stuff out my mouth. You know what I'm saying? I want you to know when you hear something, you know that's what it said. It ain't no, don't, at this point, we can't go back just saying, a preacher told me. I need to know for myself. Now let's see what happened. Listen.
And Jeroboam, the Ben of Nebat, and Ephraite of Zerida, Shaluma's servant, whose mother's name was Zeruiah, a widow Nashim, even he lifted up his hand against the Moloch, and this was the cause that he lifted up his hand against the Moloch.
And the reason why y'all need to know this, because, and just kind of jumping through quickly with you, because I know y'all kind of tired, but with Shaluma, after Shaluma had loved all these strange women and had gone to these women and enticed them in love, he began, as he got old, he began to build up altars to them. And Yahuwah became angry with him, and he began to came to him and told him he was going to rent and take the kingdom from him. This is how we got there. Now his own people done came against him. And Yahuwah tried to take it there. He said, a man falls. You ain't going to believe this. It's going to be them of his own house. This is why you need to know this before you learn any other stuff. See, what these false prophet men stuff, they came through trying to teach you what they call God's spell. That's what it was, a God spell. Because you read stuff, but you didn't really understand or grasp what you were reading, which means you had a misinterpretation. Now when you go back through the law, you can see, as he told you, the whole book is talking about me. Me loving strange women. You, all you people, caused me to lose what I had. But he seen me, and he going to heal my ways. And the people that rose up against it, even the people, there were people that were of his own house. People, his own people that came against him. The same thing we learned. Listen.
Shaluma built Milo and repaired the breaches of the city of Daud his Abba, and the Ish, Jeroboam, was a mighty Ish of valor, and Shaluma, seeing the young Ish that he was industrious, he made him Adoni over all the charge of the Beth of Yahusha. And it came to pass at that time when Jeroboam went out of Jerusalem that the Nabah, Ahijah, the Shilonite, found him in the way, and he had clad himself with a new garment.
See that? He had just put himself on a new garment. What happened?
And they too were alone in the field.
Yes.
And Ahijah caught the new garment that was on him
and did what?
Rent it in 12 pieces.
Wow. Rent it in 12 pieces. What happened?
And he said to Jeroboam, take thee 10 pieces, for thus saith Yahuwah, the Elohim of Yasharal, behold, I will rend the kingdom out of the hand of Shaluma, and will give 10 tribes to thee.
Yeah.
But he shall have 1 tribe for my servant Daud's sake,
yeah,
and for Jerusalem's sake, the city which I have chosen out of all the tribes of Yasharal.
yeah,
because that they have forsaken me and have worshipped Ashtoreth, the goddess of the Sidonians, Chemosh, the god of the Moabites, and Milcom, the god of the children of Ammon, and have not walked in my ways to do that which is right in mine eyes, and to keep my statutes and my judgments, as did Daud his Abba.
See, the reason why you go back and look at all these things, now you can see why he was angry with us in the 19th chapter book of Oriyah, when he went over the city and he wept, because he told you, you didn't know the time of your visitation. The visitation meant he was telling that Yahuwah said, I'm going to come back in the doom. I'm going to visit their iniquity. He told him, you go ahead and you take these people, but I'm going to visit their iniquity. We didn't know that he was coming back for us. And when he did, we were going to be separated and dispersed out. The same way here. He was sitting here and he took his garment and he ripped it because the garment was symbolism till he was going to split the tribes up. Back over to that 27th chapter. I just want you to hear what people ain't told you. They'll tell you this is a story about seamstress. There ain't no story about no seamstress. This is a story trying to tell you that that garment was symbolic to him separating the people. Listen.
And they crucified him and parted his garments.
Listen, they crucified him and parted his garments.
Casting lots.
Casting lots.
That it might be fulfilled, which was spoken by the Nabah.
That what happened?
They parted my garments among them.
See that? They parted my garments among the soldiers sat here and said when they parted the garment, it was basically about them who was getting what people. That's how we've been dispersed. One writer going to tell you they separated in 4 parts. Reason why you want to look at that? Because you got 4 parts when they come to their wrist. They scatter us among the whole planet. See, Yasharal and that first dispersal wasn't dispersed over the whole place. 10 of them stayed together. And 2 were together. Now they separate 4 parts and shoot them out. This whole thing was about how they were going to cut us up and divide us. See, they got codes. We the only dumb people out here don't know what's going on. Now, ask these dumb Reverend Christian preachers what's going on. They don't have an idea. Come on, finish this up.
And upon my vesture did they cast lots.
Listen.
And sitting down they watched him there, and set up over his head his accusation written, This is Yahusha, the Malak of the Yahudim.
Yes.
Then were there 2 thieves crucified with him, one on the right hand and another on the left.
The way you need to know this, because these are 2 pillars that Shamshun put his hands on. That's why they had them both on the side of him. He should be called a Nazarene. Which means his hands had to be out approaching both of them because he told them he wanted to feel the 2 pillars. From which it stand. They had him out here because they were making sport of him. When they took him, they had already blindfolded him first. The same way they did him. And he wanted revenge for his 2 eyes. Y'all don't know about him, do you? Come on, finish this up.
And they that passed by reviled him,
and then what?
Wagging their heads, and saying, Thou that destroyest the temple, and buildest it in 3 yamim, save thyself. If thou be the Ben of Elohim, come down from the 2. Likewise also the chief Kohan, mocking him with the scribes and elders, said, He saved others, himself he cannot save.
Yeah.
If he be the Malak of Yasharal, let him now come down from the 2, and we will believe him.
Yeah.
He trusted in Elohim, let him deliver him now if he will have him.
Yeah.
For he said, I am the Ben of Elohim.
Yeah.
The thieves also, which were crucified with him, cast the same in his teeth. Now from the 6th hour there was kashak over all the land unto the 9th hour.
Yeah.
And about the 9th hour Yahusha cried with a loud voice, saying, Al-I, Al-I, lama sabachthani. That is to say, my Elohim, why hast thou forsaken me?
Yeah.
Some of them that stood there, when they heard that, said, This Ish calleth for Al-Yahu.
Yeah.
And straightway one of them ran and took a sponge and filled it with vinegar and put it on a reed and gave him to drink.
What happened?
The rest said, Let be. Let us see whether Al-Yahu will come to save him.
Yes.
Yahusha, when he had cried
Why did they
again,
run and put on the sponge and put it to his mouth? What did he say? He told him, I thirst. Why else would they just run, put it on the reed, and put it down? See, when the writers wrote, everybody didn't write out the same thing. One writer heard himself. He said, I thirst. That's why they would have taken it to put on the reed. It just looked as though they ran and put it up there and leave him alone. They did it for a reason. Listen.
Yahusha, when he had cried again with a loud voice,
what did he do?
Yielded up the Ruach.
And what happened?
And behold, the veil of the temple was rent in twain, from the top to the bottom.
Wow. Same thing that happened with Shamshun. When he put his hands on the 2 pillars, when he was avenging for his eyes. And the reason why he did it was the same reason that Yahuwah allowed it to be done. He told him in the book of Tahalim, he said, they all here. That's why Shamshun went to kill him. He said, all of them that hate me here. See, the people didn't pay attention. He had occasion against them. That's why he did it. That's why he shook the place and rented. He made sure everybody was there. It was his determination to gather all of them right there. They're going to miss that. That's what he did. He made sure everybody was there. The people that hated, you knew they were coming. Him? They killing him? I got to come see this. I know you do. You had no idea he sought occasion against you to be there. That's stuff y'all don't know. I'll finish y'all out tomorrow with some stuff you'll need to know. Purpose and point we need to learn, and we need to try to make sure we're mindful of. Salvation is first. When you lose that premise and get your eyes off of it, you're going to get yourself tied up with a lot of stuff, and a lot of time what you approach it to that you think going to be for your good, it's going to be for your hurt. The reason why people in such a dire mess, because they really don't know it. There are a lot of assumptions made. A lot of people have a lot of ideas and a lot of feelings. A lot of people, well, opinions, I feel like I think, you're going to think yourself right in the head. A lot of y'all going to think yourself right now. You're just smart enough to go straight to hell because you don't know what you think you know. You're going to let your feelings and your ideas sit here, and they're going to be the controller of you. The next day you know, your ass going to wind up in the judgment, and you're going to be sitting in eternal fire. You got an opportunity to do something that you ain't never did before. Get your life right and make sure you get saved with the proper information. If I don't line up with the book, you don't have to believe it. But if it line up with the book, you'll be a fool. Because as simple as all this sounds, when these preachers have told you the story about Jesus Christ, it's been a story of a man that loved everybody, help anybody, feed anybody. Why is he trying to kill these people? The whole purpose when he was up there was not only redeeming us, but was to take down his enemies. These people have told you a lot of false information. He sent people out on a great commission to go save all these people. You don't know anything. You've been dumbfounded, and you don't know because they don't know because he's never talked to them. He's never informed them, nor has he ever instructed them. And that's a detriment for you because you love them and you keep following because you got the same mind they got. You're saying someone misinterpreting. You're the one misinterpreting. You can't change what the man said. It's there. What you going to do with it? Reminds me of a story. A girl used to date, her mom used to sit right there and watch The Greatest American Hero. And she said they would just sit back and they sniggle. She said, what y'all sniggling at, gal? They said, you think that man? She said, you stupid. She said, y'all just stupid. You see the man flying right there. She believed he could fly because she looking at him on TV. And they just laughed at her. But she went with what she saw. Our book teachers in the 3rd chapter book of Yahusha, we speak that we do know. And we testify what we've seen. You speak what you know of your fault. That's why you rebel. That's why you hard-headed. That's why you don't conform. And that's why you're not trying to repent and live right. And that's why you got to go to hell. Now, with everything y'all doing, make sure you get understanding. It's your soul. You only got one shot going through here. Nobody has ever gotten back up from that graveyard to come back here and tell you what happened. When you leave here and you hit that, them folks, there's some people have been and taken down to the morgue and they misinterpreted or misunderstood or misdiagnosed and they gotten up. But they weren't dead if they got up. When you die, you out of here. And all you need to do is get this wrong. That's it. Because you got some feelings, you got some ideas, there's some stuff you want to do, there's some place you want to go, there's some things you want to do, and the next thing you know, you're going to be somewhere you didn't want to go. And it's going to be a place you can't come back from. Why are you here? Make sure you get it right. Listen, this is a long time. This is a lot of work. This is a lot of stuff to digest. But you've done a lot of stuff in your lifetime. You've done a lot of stuff in your lifetime. A lot of you ain't repenting for everything you've done. A lot of you going to keep holding on to it. You're going to keep. I done heard some of y'all confession. You ought to go to hell. I mean, really, I mean, what I'm going to say ain't did nothing. If you done pooped, pissed, and farted, you done something. You've done something. You've done more. You want to lose yourself, you hadn't done that. That's your soul. At the end of the day, y'all better learn how to, listen. I done committed homosexual act before. I was a kid now. I was never no grown man. Smoked weed, drug, incest, lied, drunk, smoked, cheated. I mean, you name it, damn near I can claim. I ain't smoked no crack now. Y'all got me? And I ain't had no banana in the tailpipe. But I done committed sin. And I repent. And a lot of y'all here done a whole lot of stuff, but you going to hold it, you going to go ahead. Go to hell with it. He know what you done. It's going to come out now. It's going to come up in judgment. I done committed adultery. Not on this one. I done been with somebody else. Still wrong. Y'all hear me? Shacked up. What is it? Go on to each other every preach to get them to tell you what they've done. I'm new now. Only way you're going to get new, you're going to get rid of old. Y'all all right? Listen, at the end of the day, it don't matter what people say. Hell, the whole world riding. And the reason why they riding because they all keep lying. They keep justifying. That's why they ain't, listen, the one that hide, they keep it done. I already know because you ain't never stopping. You ain't done. You know why I can tell it? So now you can keep your eyes on me. See, I'm done. That's why I can still smoke weed, sold weed, dope, everything. Flim, flam, scam, gang, bang. I'm done. I'm done. I'm not tell you about it. I'm done. I ain't never letting go better. It ain't happening. I'm done. I'm done, son. Done. Y'all hear me? I confess. I got to do just like he told you. They don't even believe it. They'll go in there and tell them. They'll go and read stuff. The man told you with the heart. He said, man, believe. You ain't going to believe what else he said with that. Said the mouth. Get what he said. That's why I confess. That's how I know I got it. I can't get saved on confessing. That's why I know you ain't going to be saved. You ain't confessed it. That tight. That tight. I somebody made a video talking about undercover homosexual. If I was a homosexual, hell, I have more members and more money. Huh? Hell, they'll give me an award. Hell, they give you certificate and trophies. They'll give me government funding I was gay. What the hell you alive for being gay? What somebody gonna do? Somebody stand out and remember, I'm gay. What they gonna do? Hell, everybody there say something will go to jail. Them people tell like that. I'll say something about their ass. I'm telling everyone in here, y'all gonna get right. You don't confess your sin. You don't be saved. He don't tell, if you don't believe that he said, I'm he, you gonna die in your sin. Before all that old lying stuff, walking up, sitting on some front pew, get up and shake somebody's hand, talking about, I'm a sinner. I want to be, what you do? That's an easy cover. I'm a sinner. What you do? The reason why you can say that, because you can just keep your whole pair hid. Nobody never know about it. Because you know why you keep it hid? Because you ain't stopped. Somebody sent me a text and asked me, they said, I want to know, can I use this word? They said, now, if you got a problem with it now, this ain't all you got no problem with. I said, wow. They did. They said, I want to use this word, and I want to know what you said about it. And they said, now, it's like you said. Now, if you got a problem with that word, this ain't all you got a problem with. That was low. I just said, damn. That was low. That was low. But it be the truth with a lot of stuff. People got more problem than what you're thinking. It just be honest. You're not going to fix our people. These people, we done sat in churches for years. Served them 20, 30 years. Grandmama and them done died, head chairman, deacon boy, mother boy, granddaddy done died, pastors and all this. Nobody been saved. It's all been lies. Because nobody did nothing. He done told them, it's like the book said, they have not all obeyed. They have not obeyed. You're going to go to your grave and you know you transgressing. When he done gave the opportunity, you ain't got to be a sinner. You know what you ain't got to do? I can go anywhere. You can take me where they're playing. Here, you can drop me off in China. They ain't got nothing on me. Pick me right, run me down Tokyo in Japan. Run me anywhere you want. Get through, drop me in the field. Anywhere you go, I'm clean. Y'all hear me? I ain't going to have to run holler. There go that hoe. There go that nigga. I'm good. In the states of America, run me anywhere. What I say one time, I can say it 2 times. Y'all hear me? You can't say it the second time, keep your mouth shut. Y'all got it? I'm just being honest. I want to be saved. I done heard them lies. I done heard what people done told us. You ain't got to tell just you and the devil. That's why when you sing, Mom. That mean I confess. It's between me and the Lord. I just told them all about it. This is this bad ideology that they've given us to keep covering up and keep being the rotten people we are. And that's why we never get where we need to be. Because we're too busy for pretending, lying and hypocrite, playing game, and the whole time, your soul on the line. Man, I have to think about a whole lot of stuff. A lot of stuff I have to think about. I'm lean people. All I have to do is get somebody the wrong information one time they die. That blood on my hands. All I got to do is just die and leave him with one scandal, one flim flam. My blood on my hands. That's a lot of responsibility. I don't know how these people like to tell. I'd rather walk away from it than to mess it up. I just don't see, I don't get nothing from that. Because I would just look at, maybe he will see fit to give me repentance than for me to sit here and just keep leading people the wrong damn way. What's your agenda? If you keep going wrong, eventually you'll go right. If you keep going wrong, it only gets worse. It only gets worse. That's why people keep associating themselves with these rotten places, rotten people, because those people in the same damn mess they in. You got to break it. At some point in your life, you got to be real with yourself and realize you got a soul to be saved. You got a soul to be lost. And then I lay my head down. I got to make sure I'm right. I can't take for granted I can get up. I left out of here last night, my head was hurting so bad, we had to go to the emergency room. I look at it from one moment to another where you can be. Now, that wasn't on my agenda on my calendar. But you know what happened? You realize he'll change your agenda in your calendar. And whichever way his agenda and calendar you go, all you better do is this. Make sure you right. So I had to make sure when I got there, I was already good now. Oh, let me talk to you. Oh, them lies I told earlier, I want to stop. I want to get there now. And what I stole, if you let me out, but this is bad. This is bad. See, you want whatever you do, you want to make right now. You can't be waiting around for. You got to get right now. That's your problem. You keep living around trying to kiss up the people's asses that's going where you going. Why am I trying to kiss somebody's ass going to hell? Why am you going to hell? Why am I trying to appease you? The only people I need to appease of the person is him, the creator, the one that controls my final destination. He the only one going to vindicate me or damn me when it comes down to it. Not you, not your family, not your friends, not your job, not your bank account, not your stocks, your 401k. He's going to be the final judge of your behavior. And you got to make sure you lining up with this book. Nobody else ain't never told you that. Because you know they do, they don't want to hurt you. They don't want you to get upset. I don't want you to go to hell. I'd rather you be upset. Maybe I get you mad enough that you'll start considering. That's our problem now. If somebody had upset us, maybe we've done something different. Anybody had somebody so mad, made you so mad you don't went and fought them or did something to them or wanted to? Anybody? Why the devil ain't made you mad enough that you ain't fought and resisted his behavior? Why he ain't made you mad enough that you ain't killed him in your life? That he don't stop being in control of you and the manufacturer of your behavior and your decision. So you really haven't been that mad, huh? You've been good with everything. That's what we got to change. We got to change the way our ideals are. We got them from people. We got them from man. We got them from people that want to get you just far enough and say, you can go, don't let that thing go nowhere, man. 2 more payments, it'll be mine. Huh? What are we going to do? We got opportunity to get it right now. Right now. Any place you go, if you ain't the major part of it, if it ain't about you, why you there? Why you there? I'm going to go to my birthday party, as they say, and it ain't nothing for me. It ain't about me. It don't make sense for me to be there. It ain't mine. When you come here, it's about you. You. You have to sit down and look at yourself as an individual. When you die, you can die in a car crash with 10 people, 12 people, 2 people. That's going to be your casket, though. When you go up in judgment, he's not going to judge that 12. He's going to judge that 1. We must all appear before the judgment seat of Yahuwah to give account to the deeds done in the body, whether good. You, individually, going to have to give. You can say die together, however you want to do, a crowd, die in a building, die in war, however you want to do. You, individual, going to give account for your deeds in your body. And whatever it is, if it ain't right, in hell, you're going to lift up your eyes. The day of salvation. Who want to give him confess and get this self right? Who want to get this self right? Give him mic. Let her get him and tell it. Tell it. Damn the world. Before the book said the world passing away and the lust thereof. Said, but they that do the will of Yahuwah shall abide forever. Don't you want to abide forever? I'm tired of temporary. 1 car crash away. Just one lane change away from you being dead. 1 bullet, 1 store visit. You 1 store visit, and just so happened when you come in, they were just coming in to rob the place. And you got started, and they thought you had a gun. Now you've been murdered. Anything happen to you, your next step is judgment. Everybody in here, your next step from here is judgment. Go ahead, sweetie.
I'm not doing these things anymore.
Well, what you talking about then?
Well,
what the hell is he talking about? Well, they start out what I ain't doing. That's usually going to be a guilty sign. Let me help you out right quick. I ain't got time to kill all night of him. The reason why I said that, I ain't making nobody do nothing. Don't y'all say he can go to hell for nobody. I don't want to know what you ain't doing. I ain't asking you. You ain't doing it for us. You're doing it for him. What you're doing, stop it. That's everybody in here. Ain't that right? We ain't going to get it right. You know the whole purpose about us confessing, what people didn't tell us. Because it was supposed for you to be ashamed. I didn't feel good about what I said. It's supposed to make me feel ashamed. Supposed to make me ashamed enough don't go and do it again. The reason why I kept doing what I was doing, because there wasn't no shame behind it. I was with people that had no shame. How you going to get shame when you with people that ain't got no shame? How am I have shame when I'm doing it in secret? Well, he said, you bring just like he did with Daoud. He said, you did this thing secretly. He said, but I'm going to show this stuff openly. You know why he did that? The book said Daoud never turned from one thing Yahuwah commanded him, saving the matter of Uriah the Hittite. After you got embarrassed like that, after he saw the shame and the fall of that, I'm good. They said, man, look at them titties. Not me. Hell, I'm blind. Not me. The man made me look like a fool last time I did. So that's what's wrong with us now. You know why you think you in the hellhole you in? Because you've been hiding your whole life. And the people you've been hiding from, they just as crooked and rotten as you are. And all y'all been looking at each other like trying to judge somebody the whole time. You do the same. The book said you inexcusable. When you judge it, you do the same damn thing. That's right. These suits and hats and scarves don't stop you from committing no sin. The word of Elohim has to do that. And you got to get convicted where you stand on post to do what you're supposed to do. Anybody want to get up and tell what you ain't doing? Hell, you can go ahead and live. I don't want to hear what you ain't doing. There ain't no confession. Ain't nothing to confess. If I ain't doing it, ain't nothing to confess, is it? Y'all all right? If you want to get right. If you want to get right. Anybody?
Yes. Because I recently found out something that I was doing was wrong that I didn't know.
So, but hell, there's too much justified before it gets started.
Okay, can I just confess to
no,
a thing?
No, I'm telling what happened. See what happened? See at them Boogaloo churches, they do that. They let folks. First of all, let me start off what I ain't doing and what I ain't. And I recently just found out. You known it. And you know the book tell us, he said when you known about it. He said when you come to know about it, what he say? It's sin. Sin is sin. Okay.
Well, I do have confession.
Let me tell you something, say a whole lot of times stuff. Life has us where it's embarrassing. Yes, it's embarrassing. Yes, it's humiliating. It puts people in your business, people. But the truth of the matter is, nobody care about you. Because once you done confess it, you done took the shame away from them. They want to know about stuff about you that nobody else knows so they can tell it. So you take the power away from people when you done told them, ain't nothing to tell. They say, oh, I already heard about it. Damn, I ain't got nothing over. I was trying to run tell. That's how they always. You know how many people done held a lot of us in prison for years? How many of y'all have known or had people that know something about you and just you and them know about it and they held it over you? Man, I grew up with cousins like that. My aunt used to have a rule. If anybody do something, when the sun go down, she said she don't want to hear about it. You come tell her, you'll get a whipping. So when I did stuff, them bastards used to trap me. I had to be their slave that whole day. Seriously, whatever they wanted to do, I say, no, they said, I'm going to go ahead and tell you. I said, come here. I said, what you want? That was the longest days waiting on that sun to set. Because they trapped, instead of just going in there, tell them what I did, or not doing it. You know, I wasted all the, listen, they used me the whole day. This is a whole day of just being used by these bastards. When you take the power away from people, you know what you tell them? Go tell it. You know how many times we done been trapped in with people and people holding stuff, and then you in prison them. Oh, you got to hope they don't tell. Try to stay in their favor. Don't say nothing. Try to stay out of their face. You can't be free. That's still just like being a servant to sin. And this is what this cracker done used over our whole life. They love churches. Because churches build more liars and false pretenders. Versus you being real and you stand up and be a person of your word. Everybody good then. I'm good. Whatever you do, that's it. That's what I want. Isn't that right? I got something up here. Come on. Get the mic. I got to come. Where we got? Okay. Oh, no. Yeah, well, just stand up where you at. That's it.
Lying, conniving, conning people. One of the biggest con mans out there. Committing abominations that Yahusha hateth. Pride look, lying tongue, deceitfulness, sowing discord among the brethren, not bearing false witness, manipulation to others, being crafty.
That's it. Whoever he done done it to ain't got nothing over. Nothing told. You take the power away from it. Then think how long you got to live up under that. Okay, we'll get it. And I'm going to get to you the other one. Let me tell y'all something that happened. You know how you had to live when you do all this kind of stuff? You got to live in fear. You got to live undercover. And you got to always hope you don't get caught. But how Yahuwah work, he always going to uncover. That's what Yahusha told the 28. He said the bed is shorter. He said a man can stretch himself on it. He said the cover narrow. He ain't going to be able to wrap yourself in it. Even he let know, I'm taking this cover off. Y'all hear me? I'm going to pull this cover off now. Just like Daoud now. When Daoud slept with her, he said, you did this thing secretly, but I'm going to make it open. And you know what he said he's going to do that? In front of the sun. Y'all ain't going to believe the sun's up. He said, I'm going to make this thing. I'm telling you, man, you got to be clean. He said, ye that bear the vessel of Yahuwah, be ye clean. Y'all got an opportunity to get yourself right. That's what Purym was about. Us breaking the yoke of our enemies. See, y'all don't even know what it's about. That's what he came to do, to break the yoke. We were under oppression of our enemies. Sin is your enemy, because sin has you in a situation where Yahuwah is going to kill you when he come back here. He has an occasion against everybody that commits sin. He's setting you up. You thinking you smart, you think you getting away, the whole thing you realize, I got a case against you. I'm going to bring you out. I'm going to put you in front of the people. I'm going to gather you. That's why he said, am I determined to gather all people? Well, he said, there, I'm going to plead. Guess why? All my enemies going to be there. He said, you're going to see them. All of them going to be there. I'm going to get everybody back. And there, I will plead with them. There is where I'm going to murder them. I'm going to slaughter these people. I'm going to butcher these people. Because you held to your regard of trying to be light and trying to be in the fear and the admiration of men. And you didn't fear all of him. Tony Smith don't want that. I'm getting old, headaches, blood pressure, everything else going on with me, amnesia, everything going on. Hair done fell out. I don't know when I'm going to leave him. That thing might not be a hair fall. It might be me fall out. I just got to be right. Y'all hear me? That's how I tell you about it. Don't worry about it. At the end of the day, you got to be saved. Let people do what they want to do. They all right. Who else we had? Oh, there's a lot of hands up now. Work them around. How are you going to work them around? Where we got them